to Lifestyle Buzz Today with Orlando. Fresh, innovative, entertaining talk about topics we are all in one way or another involved with. And now here's your host, Orlando Burgos.
Hello, fellow humans. How are you all? Welcome to another edition of The Connection for Better Living, or the antidote for boring radio. Michael, how was your 4th of July?
It was nice. A lot of illegal fireworks lit off in my neighborhood, as always, which the older I get, the less I appreciate. But it was okay. How about yours?
You know, actually, it was very nice because where I live, we have a great view of the entire valley and beyond, from being up so high. And it was great. We also had the same situation. And the poor guys that I feel bad for, the little dogs.
And cats.
Cats.
My cat did not like it, does not like it at all.
All the animals. Although our personal dog, Midnight, he just sits there and by the balcony of the fence and just looks at the things. I mean, he just loves it, But my daughter's little ones, oh, God, man, they're just a mass of jello, Anyway, I hope everyone had a great 4th of July. Although I do have to say that I talk to people all the time, and surprisingly enough, not a whole lot of people actually pay attention to why the 4th of July is very important. I find it kind of strange. Anyway, we're going to be talking about that in a little bit. Cruising, pros and cons. We're going to be talking about cruising.
I'm very much interested in hearing about that because we are at my family is at the very initial stages of planning a cruise.
Yeah. So we're going to be talking about that. And I mean, there are very many benefits and there are very many negatives to it. So we're going to be talking about that. I have my choices about cruises. I mean, my quirks. But if there's one that I love, and I'm going to be talking about that, is cruising in the Galapagos Islands. We're going to be talking about that. Most people that for the 4th of July, I'm sure that they had barbecues. I mean, that's the common thing to do, especially being so cold here in California. It was 100 and something where I have my barbecue. I mean, it was like crazy. But anyway, it was fun. The only thing is that one of the things that I do talk about and to my neighbors is that they all complain because they get really overloaded with what they do, to the point that the big complaint is, oh man, by the time I got done with it, I was so tired that I didn't enjoy the fireworks. Well, you don't have to do that. Seriously, you need to plan a little bit better. So we're going to be talking about that. And with that in mind, let's take a little commercial.
Everyone, if you've been injured in an accident that was not your fault, listen up. We have legal professionals standing by to answer your questions for free. Call now and find out if you have a case and how much it's potentially worth. Call 800-745-9090. I'm here with spokesman John Wolf. So John, tell everyone listening who should call right now.
Well, Maria, first off, thank you for having me here. It's always nice to answer the listeners' questions. Now, as far as who should call in, anyone who's been injured in an accident and think you deserve compensation, give us a call right now. 800-745-9090. You'll find out if you have a case and how much it's potentially worth.
Thanks, John. You heard it, folks. Take advantage of this opportunity and call now. 800-745-9090.
Advertisement sponsored by Legal Help Center, may not be available in all states.
All right, we are back again, and we're talking cruising, okay? There are very many good things about cruising. One of them is that where a lot of people appreciate the fact that whether they're there for 4 days, 3 days, whatever, 7 days, they unpack once, and that's it. You know, their hotel moves with them. The other situation is that sometimes the accommodations are a little cramped, unless you pay up for upper scale type of cabins. So some people get disappointed because they get a nice price on an indoor cabin that has no windows, and they feel everything. Actually, like if the sea is a little on the rough side, when you have a window, you're looking at something motion. It kind of like eases off. You know,
You're also closer if you're closer to the center of the ship. You're closer to the center of gravity.
That's where it moves up and down a lot, and sideways, the whole thing. So anyway, what you need to do is actually plan it very well. Make sure that you understand it, because some people think that if they pay one fee, everything under the sun is included. Okay, but it's not. Okay, so you need to make sure that what beverages are included and which ones are not. In many ships, you have to pay an extra fee for a bar tab. Okay, and it's limited too. So anyway, entertainment. Some entertainment is included, but not all of it. So you need to understand that too. Now, one of the things that is a plus is that you get to go to different ports and you get to disembark, and you need to also know the fact that when you do that, if you buy your short trip from the cruise line, you're going to be taken to all the places that they want you to stop by and buy stuff. So be careful with that. If you can do a short trip with a travel agent, it may cost you $10 more at the most, but you'll get something that is more substantial. You get taken to touristy places, not shopping dives, okay? Because that's what it is. You're going to be stopped at, with the cruise lines, when you buy the short trips with them, you're going to be stopped at every single souvenir shop there is at every port. And that's it. And then they bring you back full of, coconut cups and
beads and whatnot.
Beads. I know. So you need to actually understand exactly what you're getting into. And you, just like land travel, make sure that you contact an agent that actually sells cruises only, all right? Because those are the people that know which ships are better. Today, it may sound really great, but remember one thing. When you go to your meals and there's 5,000 people on board that ship, you're going to have to schedule your meals. And you only have X amount of time to be at the entrance, eat, and get out, because they need to clean everything up.
Turn it over.
For the next bunch of people. So the same goes if you want to lull around the pool areas. understand that those big ships, every single deck and fun place is going to be crowded because of the number of people that are on board. So if you're looking for something a little bit more personalized, then contact the travel agent that specializes in cruises and tell them what you want. You don't have to go on those floating hotels. You can have a lot of fun in a smaller ship, more personalized service, and have a lot more fun too. Okay.
As I mentioned too, we're looking at doing one, and with my sister and her kids, and the kind of common consensus is that we don't want to do we want to do about 4 or 5 days. And it's very, very hard, just on our cursory research, to find a kid-friendly 4-day cruise, because most of the 4-day cruises are, let's just call them what they are, booze cruises.
Yeah.
And so would it behoove us to go talk to a travel agent that specializes in cruises only to find us that?
If you have children, I actually hate to even mention it, but if you have children and you're an adult and all of that, the best combination of cruise for that thing is the Disney cruises. They really are. They specialize in children. And a lot of the stuff is also for adults too. I mean, they know how to compartmentalize time for the children and time for the adults. So the only thing is that they are limited in destinations and ports where they leave, so. But yeah, I mean, there are many. The thing is like if you go like into a carnival ships, they're nice, but they're all for young adults. So kids may end up seeing things that they don't want to see. Not at that age anyway. So, it's a lot of crazy young people out there having a great time, okay? Now, the cons are as follows. Overcrowding. There is a situation that, again, onboarding and leaving the ship takes forever. So you may be standing in lines for a long, long time. When you leave the ship to go on a day tour, again, you may end up standing at the line for a couple of hours just to get on a bus to go see the trinkets that you're going to buy, So just understand that there is no fast moving on a cruise ship. There is not. Unfortunately, depending on the size. Today, it seems to me that each cruise line is trying to outdo the other one by making them bigger and bigger and bigger. And that is not necessarily what everybody wants. The only thing is that those bigger ships have better deals because they need to actually fill them up, So talk to a knowledgeable cruise travel agent. That's the best advice I can give anybody. You don't want too much repetition, and you're going to get a lot of that on a cruise ship. So anyway, travel agents, experts, cruise lines. We'll be right back.
Are you ready to make a difference for the environment while helping the visually impaired at the same time? Then donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind today by calling 800-785-9618. Every donated vehicle will either be properly recycled in an eco-friendly manner or given a new life through reuse. Donating your vehicle is easy. Simply call 1-800-785-9618 and Heritage for the Blind will do the rest. They'll even arrange for your vehicle to be picked up at no cost to you. And for a limited time, when you donate your car, you'll receive a $200 restaurant voucher and a 2-night, 3-day hotel stay at one of 50 locations. Call 800-785-9618 right now to schedule your tax-deductible vehicle donation and make a positive impact on the environment while helping others. Heritage for the Blind, where every car donation counts and every person makes a difference. Call 1-800-785-9618 now.
No more mold, no more damage, no more outdated old bathroom, no more slipping and hurting, no more stress. Make your ordinary bathroom extraordinary for only $99 per month. New shower, new door, new tub, new wall, new anti-slip technology. Be stress-free. Call 800-973-5411. BCI Bath and Shower is made in America for the highest quality. Ask about our military and senior discounts. Your dream bathroom in as little as 1 day. First 50 callers save $1,500 on a never clear glass treated door. Call now for free premium color upgrades. 800-973-5411. Call BCI Bath and Shower, the leader in bathroom remodeling. Be smart, safe, and stay a step ahead of inflation with our interest-free financing options. Call 800-973-5411. Love your bathroom with free upgrades. Call 800-973-5411. 800-973-5411.
The old way of living with diabetes is a pain. You've got to remember to do your testing and always need to stick your fingers to test your blood sugar. The new way to live your life with diabetes is with a continuous glucose monitor. Apply a discrete sensor on your body, and it continuously monitors your glucose levels, helping you spend more time in range and freeing you from painful finger sticks. If you are living with type 1 or type 2 diabetes and you use insulin or have had hypoglycemic events, you might be eligible for a CGM through your insurance benefits. U.S. Med partners with over 500 private insurance companies and Medicare. We offer free shipping, 90-day supplies, and we bill your insurance. Call us today for a free benefits check.
800-989-1361. 800-989-1361. 800-989-1361. That's 800-989-1361.
Okay, I want to take a little bit of time here to talk about the 4th of July and what it really means and all that type of stuff. And, the reason why I bring it across is not, we're not going to try to relive the 4th of July way back then or anything. But the fact is that it has a lot to do with a lot of the stuff that is going on today that affects everybody's lifestyle. You know, today people are very, very sold on the idea that of the, let's say, having a gun. Everybody's a criminal if they have a gun. People don't understand many things of why people are kind of angry with the economy and whatnot. Well, it goes back all the way to 1873 and 1874. And the reason why there was a revolt against England because of the high taxes. Okay, people just could not put up with that. And the United States became the United States because the citizens had had enough. Now, today, we do that with our vote. That's why it's important for us to understand the issues and not get so caught up on the one party or another, or one candidate or another, but on the issues that are important to us as a nation. You know, whether you are a Democrat or whether you are a Republican or an independent, whatever, we all need to see what is the best benefit for all of us when we put our mark on the ballot. And I speak like this, considering the fact that I was not born here, but have become an American citizen, and I respect the laws here. And I exercise my vote every single time that there's a voting issue. Because you know what? I am as responsible for Mike here as Mike is responsible for who I am and what is benefit for the two of us, because we all live here. So we need to actually stop and think a little bit, stop the anger and the ideology, and stop the insults and stop, everything. Just look at the issues, look at what's going on. Everybody's smart enough to see what's going on and to decide what is better for everybody in the nation. Did I?
Yeah, very well said. Yeah, we are a democracy, so we all share in this great country, and there seems to be a lot of maximalism out there. People, it's either my way or the highway. But I mean, it's like living in a big family. We're a family of 320 million. Everybody's going to make compromises.
I may see it a little bit different because, like I said, I came over here as a Costa Rican and educated myself up to a point when I was a kid. I became a citizen, was in the military, and the whole thing. So I grew up a little bit more aware, probably, of the changes because I left one as a child. What the heck did I know about government in Costa Rica? I know my grandfather was big time into it, my uncles. But I didn't know diddly about it, So it was all of a sudden I'm here, and I grew up here with Martin Luther King marching through the streets of LA, and I'm right there, close enough to listen to the guy talking, And I didn't quite exactly know too much about the brouhaha behind it, but the news, we kept up. My dad was very big in watching the news at Channel 9 all the time. And, there was turmoil then. 59, 60, it was not American Pie all the time, here. So, but you learn. As a citizen, I think we are obligated to really understand what makes our country so great to many people from outside that they want to come in, and we should learn to appreciate it a little bit more. Okay, so that's about it. But what have you got to say about that, Michael?
Yeah, it's I think people need to read a lot more history. I mean, I think people, so especially now, everybody's got entertainment, right there in their phone, and read some novels or read some historical fiction or just read history books, and
I think you're right about that. People hardly go to libraries anymore. And that's such a wealth of information right there.
Yeah, I mean, if you read, you will speak and write better, and you'll also feed your head. So feed your head, folks.
Feed your head. That's it. Orders from Mike. We'll be right back.
Attention! This is a public notice from the Social Security Disability Helpline. If you're one of the millions of Americans who are disabled and unable to work, you may be eligible for disability benefits from Social Security. Receiving benefits is your right. If you suffer from physical or mental disability, whether you're applying for the first time or you've already been denied, we can help. We'll evaluate your situation and deal with Social Security on your behalf. Best of all, there's no fee until you receive your benefits. Remember, we only get paid if you win your case. There are many reasons and conditions that may make you eligible for disability benefits. Many of them you may not be aware of. So if you're disabled and unable to work, call now to get started with your free, no-obligation consultation.
800-559-4185. 800-559-4185. 800-559-4185. That's 800-559-4185.
These are the sounds of Columbo's Italian Steakhouse.
Look at this ribeye. Did you see that ribeye?
Fantastic. Incredible.
This is delicious.
Sausage and lentil soup, special today. Very, very good.
Look at this garlic bread. Best garlic bread I ever had.
And here's Vic Perino, owner and operator of Columbo's.
A lot of the Italian recipes are my uncle's own recipes. We have a lot of people coming back for his hand-rolled lasagna. We make it basically from scratch. I think ours is exceptional.
Here's Vic on what makes Columbo's different than any other Italian restaurant.
The other thing that sets us apart from other Italian restaurants is that we're an Italian steakhouse. We specialize in our steaks.
Plus, there's more.
They're coming for a lot of reasons to value. Their value per dollar that they're getting, plus coming into a neighborhood-friendly place. Sometimes we're actually accused of being the melting pot of Eagle Rock.
Columbo's in Eagle Rock on Colorado Boulevard, 323-254-9138. Mangia.
Attention real estate investors. Do you need cash immediately? If you own one or multiple rental properties, you can use your equity to get cash out fast. The best part is we don't need tax returns or even a good credit score. At America's Loan Source, we are not a bank and we don't have bank rules. We make the decisions to loan you money, and there's no limit how much we can give you. Some clients have gotten as much as $500,000 or more within days. Use the money any way you want. If you own one rental property or 100 and COVID has left you in a cash crunch, we can help you turn your equity into fast cash. Call now for details and close in as little as 10 days and get the cash you need. 800-353-1760. 800-353-1760. 800-353-1760. That's 800-353-1760.
Trying to sell your old car? Instead, donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind. Pickup is free and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats, whether they run or not. Call right now and receive a free gift. Call 1-800-785-9618. Donate your car today. That's 1-800-785-9618.
Hi, everyone. This is Ron Say. I played baseball for the Los Angeles Dodgers, Chicago Cubs, and Oakland A's. My Dodger teams won 4 National League pennants and a World Series. Now I am tackling a new challenge. I am hosting a new sports show called We'll See About That. We will look at the aspects of sports, baseball, football, basketball, hockey, soccer, and much more. Plus, you will be able to get my honest opinions on the big stories of the day. Join me for We'll See About That, Saturdays at 11 a.m. Pacific Time right here on crntalk.com.
All right. So speaking of cruises, I have to admit, okay, I've been in the travel business now for over 40 years. I've owned a number of different agencies. And about the only actual cruise events that I have sold or pushed or included in my rosters is Jungle Cruises in the Amazon. There was a ship in Costa Rica called the Temptress, which was actually very much fun. And also Galapagos Islands cruises. But not the cruise ship that goes to Galapagos, okay? Because those are actually have been very destructive to the islands because they don't control who gets off on the Zodiacs to go to the island. They go from the big cruise ship into a smaller cruise ship, and then Zodiacs, and they offload 800 people all at one whack in one island. And all of a sudden, there's been a lot of destruction of that until it was actually close to those events. So, but if you want to do cruising in the Galapagos Islands, you can actually fly into San Cristobal from Quito to San Cristobal or Baltra, either one of the two. And you go on a smaller cruise ship, usually 16 passengers, 20 passengers. And those are a lot of fun. There's one actually that has like 60 passengers, okay? Now, the way I love to do that is actually not being so much on a ship all the time, but I'm land-based for at night. You can do that too in case you want a little bit more breathing room. But the fact is that is what you see that is so enjoyable. I mean, the being in nature is such a great thing. You can actually dive off the ships and go to where the sharks are sleeping down the bottom, which, by the way, they scared the daylights out of me because I was diving with the ship's captain. And he went to the shark, and they're black tip sharks. And he wiggled this guy's tail, and the shark went, he shot out like a bullet, man, just like that. So he motioned for me to do the same. So I found one, and I went over there, and I don't know whether I pulled too hard or whatever, but the guy made a U-turn. Instead of shooting out, he made a U-turn. It came right at me and knocked my mask out and everything else. But anyway, but it was an incredible adventure. It is great. Walking with all the wildlife, I mean, the fact that these animals, they're wild, but yet they're so trusting of the human beings that come there, because I guess they feel protected. They're good, and there's so much fun to look at. You know, so it's a great event for like 4 or 5 days to do, and it's something that grown-ups and children enjoy a lot because there's a lot of walking, there's a lot of photographic opportunities. I mean, it's just great. I love it. And then coming back to dry land, you have the solid earth ambience. You go to the little towns, and there's dining experiences there, and it's a complete thing. And you get to go to the Darwin Institute and see Big George. He's still there. He's like 200 years old.
Big George is a tortoise, correct?
It's a tortoise, yeah. You know what? I mean, it's great to see all those years, because they give you lettuce to feed them, and all he has to do is see the lettuce, I mean, he'll rush over, and you go like, wonder what it is. You look at him, big old crusty neck and the whole thing, and you go, what else has he seen? I mean, seriously.
Not only what else has he seen, like what else has his forefathers seen? Because that, the giant tortoise has been around for like 90 million years.
Yeah, I know, but this particular one, I mean, it's been there since Darwin was there.
Oh, yeah, it makes you really wonder, like, how did he get there?
Yeah. So, I mean, those experiences is like, I always kind of like, for everything that I see, there's a story behind it that I would like to know more about, And that's one of the things, like, I talk to my daughters too, because sometimes I feel that their curiosity is in the Google Maps, Google thing, And I'm going like, they travel a lot and they know a lot. Do they really appreciate what they're looking at? So we talk a lot about that. I encourage people to go wherever they are and look for the rare things. There's always something happening, Yesterday I went to a store, and coming back, there's this guy in this beautiful yellow Harley, and it's got this little attached trailer to it, and his dog is in the back, goggles, the whole thing. And I'm going like, there has to be a story here. The dog was such a great guy. And, everywhere you go, you always see something that attracts your eye? I mean, are you that curious?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, you have to be. You know, it's just there's so much unique stuff in this world, but also so much stuff that brings us together, and so you got to be curious. I think that's the biggest thing.
Did you see about that bear that was walking in this neighborhood the other day?
It's about 5 blocks away. Yeah, indeed, I did. Yeah, we were following that story quite closely.
Yeah, I was actually on my way to do something on Winnetka and Lassen, and they were catching it right there. I saw it when they were trying to shoot it down from the tree, tranquilize it. Anyway, yeah, keep your eye open. I mean, it's beautiful things out there. We'll be right back.
Are you nearly maxed out on your credit cards? It doesn't matter if you're using your credit cards for fun or to survive. At the end of the month, your statements come in, and you can either pay them or you can't. If you can't, late fees and interest rates get tacked on. And now you're struggling just to make the minimum payment due. Do you feel trapped? Am I talking to you? Good, because I personally researched some companies that can help you. They may be able to reduce your credit card balances by 50% and stop the late fees. If you qualify, please call our special debt hotline number right now for a complimentary free 5-minute consultation. Deal with your credit card problem now before it gets much worse and put more money back in your pocket. Trust me, I've been there too. Call right now.
800-475-7125. 800-475-7125. That's 800-475-7125.
I am a non-attorney spokesperson representing a team of lawyers who help people that have been injured or wronged. If you've been involved in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or injured at work, you have rights, and you may be entitled to money for your suffering. Don't accept an offer you get from an insurance company until you talk to a lawyer, and we represent some of the best personal injury lawyers you can find. Tough lawyers that will fight to win your case, and they're so good they stake their reputation on it by only getting paid if you win. So if you've been in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or hurt on the job, find out today for free what kind of compensation you may be entitled to. Call the legal helpline right now.
800-540-9750. 800-540-9750. 800-540-9750. That's 800-540-9750.
All right, and stop crying. I heard you. Things are expensive, and for all of us that had a holiday with family and friends, I know there's an expense out there. So the fact is that, listen, we need to find our way around it because you cannot stop having family affairs. Family affairs are very important. Friend affairs are very important. Social events are very important. They uplift your spirit. They make bad things go away for a while, maybe sometimes permanently. The fact is that we need them, okay? So you cannot allow for few things to mess you up, okay? Now, many people who are entertaining for the holidays, like the 4th of July, for instance, they put the big bunch of ribs and bunch of chunks of big meat and all that type of stuff. And then they also cry because they're working all day long trying to cook all this stuff. You need to be practical, okay? You need to be practical. You need to be very sociable. You need to know how to entertain your people. And I come up with an idea that, planning a meal, we get together at the house and everybody chips in as to what's going on. If it's a small gathering of 5, 6 people, yeah, we can do ribs, we can do many things. This past holiday, it was hamburgers and Italian sausages, and the hamburgers came out fantastic. They were easy to cook. And what we did is actually made big vat of Russian salad, the beet and potato salad. Came out delicious. I made that. Came out really good. Somebody else brought some chicken macaroni salad. It was excellent. But what was happening is that we made like a big dish of sausages, cut them in chunks, cut tortillas, cut other things to put in this big old platter. And we put it in the center of the table for everybody to just grab at their heart's content while the hamburgers were being cooked, or while we were preparing for the hamburgers. We ate a little bit later. The fact is that everything was done in such a fashion where it was not a killer deal. I was a barbecue guy, but I cannot say that I was there until all kinds of hours. And no, everything was planned because I like to enjoy the holidays as well. And so should everybody who hosts a holiday party, they should be part of the event. Okay. Now, one of the things that I discovered was that I buy the bags of these tiny little potatoes. Have you ever seen them? Yeah. They're little bitty things like that. And I use those for the potato salad, but there was a lot leftovers, a lot. So what I did is I put it on a skillet, heated up very little bit of oil, olive oil, tossed them in there, put some salt, black pepper, so a couple of spices, nothing major, And then just kind of like went with a spatula and cut them in half, and made papas bravas, which is like a Spanish tapas bar, And I put that with the sausages. It was a great hit because people would pick on these things. And the social conversation just flowed. It was not interrupted by the fact that somebody had to get up and go get more of anything. Everything was right there. So for a long time, everybody socialized. Everybody had a topic of conversation. Somebody was, there was a wide bunch of conversations, and from family tragedies to politics to economics. I mean, you name it. And it was actually very fulfilling to be able to be part of it instead of just listening from the corner of
Yeah, I mean that's part of the the planning too. I mean, you want to, like you said, you don't want like one person to be stuck in the kitchen the entire time unless they want to be, because some people actually like that. Like if they're introverts, they want to have tasks to do. But yeah, like you said, it's almost rude to invite a bunch of people over to your house and then not talk to them when they get there because you're too busy running around.
You're too busy running around. I know. I mean, they leave and then you go like, so what was the conversation that what's going on? Did you hear what such and such said? No, I did not. I was like over there,
And if you need to delegate. I mean, if you need to delegate, like someone comes out, because everybody's going to always ask, be like, hey, can I help you do anything or something like that? And don't be like, oh, no, I got it, and then pout about that. Tell them. Be like, hey, cut this onion up.
Well, you know what? Me, king of the barbecue. Oh, yeah, me, mine. So, when the time came, the patties were nicely seasoned, ready to go, and they cooked in no time at all. And then I had everybody in line. Bread, prepare it, come back for the patty. There you go.
We did hamburgers a couple weeks ago for a family function, and my mom made In-N-Out sauce. And I didn't realize that one of the secrets to In-N-Out sauce is capers.
Really? Oh, there you go. We'll be right back.
You order a glass of your favorite Cabernet, fresh asparagus, hollandaise on the side, a filet, medium rare. You unfurl your napkin with a flair, close your eyes, and prepare to listen. Ah, there it is. The sweet music you long to hear. The sizzle. The sizzle of a Ruth's Chris steak.
The most magnificent corn-fed prime beef, broiled to perfection at 1800 degrees. Some call it a sizzle. We call it an anthem.
As the waiter approaches, you think, is this one mine or that one?
Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. Like Ruth always said, life's too short to eat anywhere else.
Make a reservation online at ruthschris.com or by calling 800-544-0808. You experiencing pain, back pain, shoulder, elbow, or hand pain from a sports injury? If so, schedule a visit with Dr. Michael Sheps, the leading expert in laser therapy for pain management. Call 310-873-4422 or go to drsheps.com. Experience Epic T, the breakthrough laser therapy system that Dr. Sheps developed to make you pain-free in less time. Laser therapy is a non-invasive, safe, and effective in-office procedure that penetrates deep into your skin without damaging the tissue. It perfectly targets areas of pain to promote fast, natural healing. Relax your muscles, ease muscle spasms, joint stiffness, and arthritis pain while increasing blood circulation. For over 25 years, Dr. Sheps has helped Olympic athletes and sports enthusiasts alike get back in the game. Schedule your visit with Dr. Sheps at his Brentwood office in California. Call 310-873-4422 or visit drsheps.com. That's DRSHEPS.com. 310-873-4422.
Attention! This is a public notice from the Social Security Disability Helpline. If you're one of the millions of Americans who are disabled and unable to work, you may be eligible for disability benefits from Social Security. Receiving benefits is your right. If you suffer from physical or mental disability, whether you're applying for the first time or you've already been denied, we can help. We'll evaluate your situation and deal with Social Security on your behalf. Best of all, there's no fee until you receive your benefits. Remember, we only get paid if you win your case. There are many reasons and conditions that may make you eligible for disability benefits. Many of them you may not be aware of. So if you're disabled and unable to work, call now to get started with your free, no-obligation consultation.
800-559-4185. 800-559-4185. 800-559-4185. That's 800-559-4185.
Welcome back to Lifestyle Buzz at the mighty CRN. I should have actually said that a long time ago. Anyway, time flies. We're having a lot of fun. But it's time to talk a little bit of something a little bit simpler here. I've been talking to some people that are actually moving from, I mean, nobody's going to give up technology. Nobody's going to give up their phones or anything like that. But the fact is that there's a bunch of people that want to move into like a simpler lifestyle. They're looking like for soul food type of a thing. Have you ever noticed that?
Yeah, oh, for sure. Yeah, I think a lot of people, definitely they're looking for ways to simplify their lives and, go back to a time of yesteryear when there wasn't so many distractions around you.
You know what? It's not only the distractions, but the fact is that people are kind of tired of the idea that something is always controlling your lifestyle. I mean, no matter what I don't understand it, because over here people go like, wow, our privacy is this and that and the other. We don't have privacy anymore. I mean, seriously not. The other day, I was kind of in a hurry, and I needed to check something at my bank, and I bank online, and blah, blah, blah. So I was at the office. Well, I just went to my computer, logged in. You cannot go any further. Like, we don't recognize this device.
Yeah, we didn't recognize this device, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and I understand, okay. But now, because they don't recognize that device, I have tried everything under the sun to move beyond that. I send them notes. I send, this is me, this is my computer, this is whatever. Every single time I log in from my computer, I can do it from my phone, but if my phone I left it in the car or whatever, I use my computer. Every single time I have to go through a ritual to be able to open up my accounts.
Yeah, enter your email address, and now enter your Google Authenticator password. Now sign this QR code. Now do that. And yeah, it's just people. Yeah, it's tough, and I understand they're trying to protect us. It behooves us and it behooves them. But and also people like real briefly, we got about a minute and a half before we close. But I know someone I'm close to. She shares so much of her life on social media. And so she shared on Facebook that she was on a vacation with her entire family. And guess what happened? Her house got broken into.
I know.
And so I told her, I'm like, hey, sorry about that happened. But, if you're going to post your photos from your trip, do it after you get home. Yeah. And what does she do? She goes out of town and does it again.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I see it all the time where people go, hey, we're leaving Friday. And,
The truck's pulling up Saturday then.
On their way to the airport, somebody pulls up. Yeah, no. I think we shared way too much again, like you say. And, we're sharing it with people that we don't even know. We have, I have...
The internet's public, folks. That's a public forum.
I have thousands of friends in my Facebook, but do I really know any of them personally? No. Few. All righty, well, stay cool. Try to have a better life. Be simple. Love you all. See you next week.